Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. All happy families are alike. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. If you look for perfection, you'll never be content. Everything comes in time to him who knows how to wait. In the name of God, stop a moment, cease your work, look around you. I often think that men don't understand what is noble and what is ignorant, though they always talk about it. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. If you are not enjoying your work, you should either change your attitude or change your job. The only thing that we know is that we know nothing, and that is the highest flight of human wisdom. It's much better to do good in a way that no one knows anything about it. When you love someone, you love the person as they are, and not as you'd like them to be. It is amazing how complete is the delusion that beauty is goodness. I think if it is true that there are as many minds as there are heads, then there are as many kinds of love as there are hearts. Respect was invented to cover the empty place where love should be. He stepped down, trying not to look long at her, as if she were the sun, yet he saw her, like the sun, even without looking. Only people who are capable of loving strongly can also suffer great sorrow. But this same necessity of loving serves to counteract their grief and heals them. We can know only that we know nothing. And that is the highest degree of human wisdom. Nothing is so necessary for a young man as the company of intelligent women. An arrogant person considers himself perfect. This is the chief harm of arrogance. It interferes with a person's main task in life: becoming a better person. Rummaging in our souls, we often dig up something that ought to have lain there unnoticed. Wrong does not cease to be wrong because the majority share in it. All the variety, all the charm, all the beauty of life is made up of light and shadow. If everyone fought for their own convictions, there would be no war. Happiness does not depend on outward things, but on the way we see them. All great literature is one of two stories. A man goes on a journey, or a stranger comes to town. There is no greatness where there is not simplicity, goodness, and truth. One of the first conditions of happiness is that the link between man and nature shall not be broken. They've got no idea what happiness is. They don't know that without this love, there is no happiness or unhappiness. For us, there is no life. You can love a person dear to you with a human love, but an enemy can only be loved with divine love. It's not given to people to judge what's right or wrong. People have eternally been mistaken and will be mistaken, and in nothing more than in what they consider right and wrong. I often think that men don't understand what is noble and what is ignorant, though they always talk about it. What counts in making a happy marriage is not so much how compatible you are, but how you deal with incompatibility. He felt now that he was not simply close to her, but that he did not know where he ended and she began. If we admit that human life can be ruled by reason, then all possibility of life is destroyed. Seize the moments of happiness, love, and be loved. That is the only reality in the world, all else is folly. It is the one thing we are interested in here. A man is like a fraction whose numerator is what he is, and whose denominator is what he thinks of himself. The larger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Every lie is a poison. There are no harmless lies. Only the truth is safe. Only the truth gives me consolation. It is the one unbreakable diamond. I wanted movement and not a calm course of existence. I wanted excitement and danger and the chance to sacrifice myself for my love. I'm like a starving man who has been given food. Maybe he's cold, and his clothes are torn, and he's ashamed, but he's not unhappy. Man cannot possess anything, as long as he fears death. But to him who does not fear it, everything belongs. If there was no suffering, man would not know his limits, would not know himself. All the diversity, all the charm, and all the beauty of life are made up of light and shade. Which is worse? The wolf who cries before eating the lamb, or the wolf who does not? Because of the self-confidence with which he had spoken, no one could tell whether what he said was very clever or very stupid. To tell the truth is very difficult, and young people are rarely capable of it. I've always loved you. And when you love someone, you love the whole person just as he or she is, and not as you would like them to be. There are no conditions to which a person cannot grow accustomed, especially if he sees that everyone around him lives in the same way. A man can live and be healthy without killing animals for food. Therefore, if he eats meat, he participates in taking animal life merely for the sake of his appetite. And to act so is immoral. We walk to meet each other up at the time of our love, and then we have been irresistibly drifting in different directions, and there's no altering that. My principal sin is doubt. I doubt everything, and am in doubt most of the time. Historians are like deaf people. who go on answering questions that no one has asked them. The only absolute knowledge attainable by man is that life is meaningless. What a strange illusion it is to suppose that beauty is goodness. Kings are the slaves of history. Pure and complete sorrow is as impossible as pure and complete joy. In the best, the friendliest, and simplest relations, flattery or praise is necessary, just as grease is necessary to keep wheels turning. To educate the peasantry, 3 things are needed: schools, schools, and schools. Happy families are all alike. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. The changes in our life must come from the impossibility to live otherwise than according to the demands of our conscience, not from our mental resolution to try a new form of life. There is only one enduring happiness in life: to live for others. Faith is the sense of life, that sense by virtue of which man does not destroy himself, but continues to live on. It is the force whereby we live.